that's what I love about hip-hop entrepreneurship. It prepares our students mentally, physically, and it helps them to understand what life is really about.
We're excited to see where our kids are going to take us. So we have an idea of what we wanted this program to be, but it's also really student driven. So we have a lot of students who are interested in different entities within the music field. So we're excited to see what they're going to bring to the table as well and what they're interested in. Mr. Strader connects with the kids on multiple levels. He has been through the thick of it, he's been in the ups, he's been in the downs, and he's able to get on their level and really talk to them about what it means to be a leader.
The kids at Sawyer, man, they're great. It's so awesome to see the growth. So the Grand Sawyer students are over exceeding me. They're getting better with public speaking, you know, and they're expressing themselves, and they know that they are our future. We really need you guys to raise the level and the bar so you can be prepared for this, what we call this life.
So Mr. Strader actually started off here as a guest teacher. He's taught science, English, PE, everything under the sun, you name it. He coaches basketball, he does the hip hop dance team, a little bit of everything. Mr. Strader is just an advocate for all things good for children. He built this program on his own, and I was fortunate enough to bring it here. Our students love the class.
She actually has worked here a few years as an SBTA and finished up school last year, and the second she applied, we took her in. She's part of our family. She's so dedicated and committed to our kids, and I know that she just makes a wonderful addition to our staff this year as a licensed teacher.
I was actually doing in-home ABA therapy with autism, and then this just kind of felt like the next step, and I started off as an aide, and then I just went to school, and here I am.
Our primary autism students of special needs need so much. They need so much care, love, attention, somebody that's going to pour their heart into the classroom and make sure that they get everything they need. And with students in our autism class, they're at all different levels.
Every day is like they pick up something new. It's a milestone, and it's excitement. I got to tell mom and dad, you know, every day is a new day. And we start off with love. And you know, if today we're just not feeling it, then hey, we're gonna save that for another day, and you know, we're just gonna take it slow. They've definitely taught me. It's very fulfilling. Yeah, I love these kids.
And I remember the very first interview when we sat down and met Mr. Salisbury. He was everything that the department had praised in him, and so much more. He was a manager at Starbucks previously, and he just had such a great wit and intelligence and authenticity that I knew our students would just absolutely relate in a way to Mr. Salisbury.
On behalf of Clark County School District, I am honored to let you know you have been selected New Educator of the Year.
I was working for Starbucks, and I was working on a ARL program that I enrolled in through Alta so I could start teaching. Even if you can't reach every kid, you're going to reach and change lives somewhere along the way.
Their buy-in, so just want to say thank you. Continue doing the amazing work you're doing on behalf of the students here at Desert Oasis. So congratulations.
We're so excited to have him aboard with us as one of our newer members. He is the future of our school in many ways, especially in our English department.
So Miss Day started with us a couple of years ago as a long-term sub, and we just saw she was natural at it. And so we worked with her and helped her get into the I Teach program, and she did that this year. She's just been phenomenal. She's so wonderful to have on our campus. The kids love her. She's got such a big heart, and she is really a natural.
Wonderful Miss Day. Are you Miss Day? Hi. I wanted to recognize you as New Educator of the Year.
I just received New Educator of the Year, and so I'm in shock. This year it was challenging. We had a few ups and downs in our classroom, but we pulled it together. Other than that, they're funny. They are brilliant. I love my students.
If you don't have the right heart to do this job, it's going to be very difficult. And so she definitely has that heart.
Not only does she help support our social emotional learning blocks in all of our grade levels by pushing in and providing whole group lessons, but she supports our students in our MTSS frameworks and students who've had unique challenges throughout the school year as well, working with them in smaller groups to help support their learning.
You know, starting out as a brand new counselor, I didn't know how easy it would be. And I think it takes time, but once they see that you're a safe person who wants the best for them and who is there to listen when they're going through things, they begin to trust very easily. It's very validating and very awesome to hear that people value my work and appreciate it, and yeah, I'm kind of speechless.
We are here to recognize Ms. Sullivan. New Educator of the Year.
I am overwhelmed with joy. I was totally caught off guard, didn't even know I was nominated. Sometimes I just feel like I'm just working and going with the flow, and my students just helped me to make it come alive and make a difference, and I guess it all just paid off in the end.
We are so blessed to have you as part of the CCSB community. Congratulations.
My students are amazing. They believe in me. We have conversations. That's the first thing I did when I came in, is develop a relationship with them. If I can get them to trust me and they know that I care about them, then we go from there. They come in, I notice everything about them. If they got a new haircut, I want to know what they did on the weekends. I care about their family because that makes a difference in the classroom.
I want to thank you for just coming into our school system, first-year teacher, wonderful 6th grade class.
When you see those smiles on the kids' faces, it will keep you pushing. There is a need, and those kids over there, they need us.
Sarah is kind of unassuming. She's calm, she's quiet, and when she gets into the classroom, it's magical. She really enjoys the kids, and you can tell it right off the bat.
I won the New Teacher of the Year, and I was so shocked. I was not expecting it.
Congratulations. Aren't you guys so lucky to be here?
There's still gonna always be that growth that needs to be made. But I feel like I have just become a little bit more confident in my teaching, and I can see the results in my students, and that's probably the most rewarding thing about teaching.
She protects them, she takes pride in them, she helps them every step of the way just like a mom does. But she's very professional too, so she really is the whole package.
I think that students that enroll in dual enrollment or advanced placement or even CTE, our CTE students are taking industry recognized credentials. Our advanced placement and dual enrollment students are earning college credit while they're in high school. If a student was very committed, they could probably finish their associate's degree prior to graduation and maybe get a good amount of their core classes out of the way prior to entering in college.
So one of the great privileges of being a part of even our CTE courses or advanced placement or the Jumpstart programs, HVAC, is that there is no cost to our student population.
And so I think it's really incumbent upon us to find what our students' strengths, talents, and abilities are, and to make sure that we're giving them those opportunities to build that toolkit as well as that blueprint to help them with whatever they decide to do once they leave us, college, career.
When they walk across the stage, they are ready and a step ahead of most seniors in other places because they have the credentials or the credits at no cost to them.
Pues es muy confortable porque en general
It feels great to have a center like this. I don't feel lost, or the community doesn't feel lost because of the supports that we're receiving.
His son, Simon, his school contacted our office because for registration, in order for him to be registered, he needed certain documents. And because he spoke Tigrinya, they referred him to our center.
Family Support Center has been open since this last October, so less than a year. The Family Support Center was initially established with the idea that we were going to have a place here in CCSD where our families can come whenever they were in search of information, whether it's related to academics, resources that they might need, any questions that they might have. We've now noticed that as families are getting more familiar with the work that we do, we're now just supporting any CCSD family that comes through our door. So we really started to kind of expand the supports and services beyond just supporting newcomer students and families.
La verdad me han hecho sentir muy bienvenida, muy especial.
So we felt very special and welcome. We felt very good about being here. There's so many experiences, not just my own, but others, and we're very grateful.
Muy bien aquí.
It has helped him so much for his transition with his family, and I hope that you guys continue to support the community that way.
The goal of the Transformation Network was to match the expertise of educators with the needs of students. We needed increased support. We needed increased professional learning to bridge that gap so that we could meet our students' needs. A lot of people ask, why just elementary school? Because elementary school is where kids learn literacy. If they don't leave elementary school literate, they're going on to middle and high school. They don't have access to education.
What is key about the Transformation Network is they are not in our schools telling us what to do. They're in our schools to talk through the problems. What I see from the Transformation Network is that they're looking at the school community as a whole, working with me to say, hey, these are mitigating circumstances that, no, you can't control them, but how can we address them?
We have a coach that works directly with us, and he's available to come in and do professional development for us on our Tier 1, our basic instruction. They send in subs to cover those teachers so that they can actually go to professional development, which is something that we've never had in the past.
What's beautiful about it is they're seeing what's happening in all of these other transformation schools. So, and at a very deep level, just like at my school, at a very deep level. But they can bring those fresh eyes, fresh ideas to individual principals. Hey, so-and-so had a similar situation, this is what they did, this is how they tried it.
We have put together an amazing team. They are coaches. They are there to help, they are there to support, they are there to provide professional learning. They are there to meet people where they're at and help that school move a step forward to better serve kids.
We know that Tier 1 instruction is for all students. We need to service all of our students with academic learning, social-emotional learning, and behavioral learning as well, meeting them where they are across the 3 tiers. So we're looking at the month of July to be able to start providing that professional learning, whether it's sets of materials, right, that we can use for the professional learning, digital account access, just to start getting the materials in teachers and administrators' hands. So how we go about doing that is we incorporate their voice into what they want to see in the professional learning, along with those effective practices that I mentioned earlier. We also work alongside the vendor. The vendor is the expert of their materials, right? And so what we want to do is make sure that we have our consistent district focus and the vendor supporting us as we're learning these materials together. And of course, it's not a one standalone professional learning opportunity. It has to happen over multiple phases and depending on the readiness level of our teachers as well. So we also have to differentiate our opportunities that we provide to meet the needs of our teacher.
Of what we want.
That Trustee Cavazos is on the line.
Yes, I'm here, President Garcia Morales.
Thank you. I'd like to welcome everyone today. I'm President Garcia Morales, and I'll call this regular board meeting of August 10th, 2023 to order. The time is 5:03 p.m. I'd like to remind everybody to please silence the electronic devices. I'd like to begin by acknowledging the land on which we gather here today is territorial homelands of the Nuwu, the Mawapa Band of Paiutes, and the Las Vegas Band of Paiutes. We're going to move on to item 1.01. That's the Pledge of Allegiance, led by Trustee Zamora. Trustee Zamora? Forgive me, excuse me, before we move into that, the presentation of colors will be led by the El Dorado High School ROTC. That's Cadet Seaman Apprentice Analicia Villalobos, Cadet Seaman Haley Anderson, Cadet Seaman Kyler Herman, Cadet Seaman Recruit Diego Galizanda, Master Chief Russ Page, United States retired instructor. Thank you. Please have a seat. I'd like to welcome everybody today. We are looking forward to today's business meeting. Just want to take a note and acknowledge that we've had a tremendous turnout today. And based on our accommodations, for today's turnout, we based our accommodations based on the number of people who indicated they would participate in advance of the meeting. As always, I want to remind the audience that we live stream meetings and they're available on our website. We encourage audience members who are unable to sit through the meeting to please consider participating online. And if they would like to provide additional public comment, that they submit an email to our public comment line. Additionally, as a result of the crowds, we are exercising our ability to modify public comment today to 1 minute per person. Excuse me, this is a business meeting and I'm not going to say it again. Thank you. We want to hear from everybody, so this is why we've made a modification to our public comment to 1 meeting. We've made the public comment to 1 minute across the board by way of GP 11 NRS 241020. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a recess.
education, with student success as its #1 goal. Join us as we meet student go-getters and goal setters and discover their skills, talents, and drive. Plus, meet the incredible staff who are helping students shine. It's all here in Student Spotlight.
Hi everyone, and thank you so much for joining us for Student Spotlight. I'm Maria Silva. We have a lot to share with you in the next half hour. Reading is the foundation of a great education. Our superintendent talks with kids about why they love to read during Nevada Reading Week. Plus, a big change for more athletic fields on CCSD school campuses. What students are saying about the switch to artificial turf. Then the Vegas PBS media crew fills us in on what school and local libraries have to offer, and building self-esteem and a sense of connection. Why Girls on the Run is so much more than just running. But first, a hands-on lesson in civics and government. Meet some local high school students who competed in the statewide We the People Invitational.
It only takes around 2% of the population to prevent an amendment from passing.
Why is the citizen and the Constitution something that people should understand?
There's so much apathy, so much like a lack of young voters because people feel like they don't matter. But when participating in We the People, we learn that we do matter and that we can advocate for ourselves.
I guess the reason why I joined the We People was because I felt that within our grade schools, the education that we were getting about our own government wasn't really satisfactory with what I believed in. And so I joined the We the People to get a further extensive knowledge on our government and as well as civics education.
We the People is a mock congressional hearing. So what the students are doing is preparing for a congressional hearing where they're the expert. So they prepare written testimony, and I really take them through a process of editing that and making sure it's fine-tuned. The other part is the cross-examination, where they have to prepare for the questions that are going to be asked of them in that kind of Q&A follow-up session.
We the People has been in Nevada since 1987. It is a wonderful program for providing communication skills, interview skills, research skills, writing, literacy, and the importance of our government.
Don't, 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 don't kill the
A lot of our university professors tell us that students who participate in We the People actually do better in college and life than students that do not participate in We the People.
We just competed in the state invitational for We the People, the Citizen, and the Constitution. We ended up placing 4th overall, and we were the top placed team from Las Vegas. Now that We the People is complete, we went through 2 competitions. Was it what you were expecting? What did you get out of it compared to what you were expecting?
We the People has allowed me to collaborate with my peers and gain more knowledge and allow me to be more knowledgeable.
It definitely gave me a more holistic experience on what we can do to fix our government, as well as what needs to be done in order for us to fix our current institutions today.
Everyone in this room is the next generation of leaders in this country, right? And that gives us adults a lot of hope.
The event is sponsored by the Nevada Center for Civic Engagement. 2023 was We the People's 35th year in Nevada. Students from Veterans Tribute Career and Technical Academy also competed in the We the People Invitational. Such smart students. Let's head to their school next for our first news break.
Hi, I'm Carmine from Veterans Tribute Career and Technical Academy.
Hi, I'm Sophia, and we're here at my school's courtroom, and we've got your first.
Okay, this is returning back to the meeting. I want to confirm that Trustee Cavazos is on the line.
Yes, thank you, Ms. Crone. I'm here.
Thank you very much. Moving on to item 1.01, Trustee Brooks will be made. Ladies and gentlemen, we're really looking forward to hearing from you.
No contract, no peace. 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 No contract, no peace.
Mr. Frazee, you have been to plenty of board meetings and you understand that these are business. This is a business meeting. There are people in this audience. There are people in this audience that are not CCEA as well. And I'm grateful that you are here. However, this need to conduct board meeting. This is a business meeting. And we appreciate your decorum.
No contract, no peace. No contract, no peace. No contract, no peace. No contract, no peace.
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to ask you to leave. I do not. I don't want to ask you to leave, but I will. We cannot conduct the business of the meeting. We cannot conduct. We cannot. We cannot conduct the business of this meeting if you continue to chant. We want you to be here, and at the same time, we have a process. Well, I'm going to ask you to have a seat, ma'am, or I will ask you to leave. Thank you. Have a seat. I'd like for you to consider that there are people here who would like to provide their public comment. I'd like. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to recess this meeting. Please go back to the room. We're going to recess this meeting. Thank you. Hi, everyone. I'd like to remind everybody that we are making an effort to hear everyone and conduct this business meeting. I will begin asking people to leave if they are disruptive in this boardroom. I don't want to have to ask people to leave, but we may have to if we continue to disrupt this meeting. Thank you in advance. Trustee Brooks? The other alternative? The other alternative is to clear the room. The other alternative? The alternative? I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna ask the officers. I'm gonna ask the officers to remove specific people from the audience. I'm going to ask the gentleman here to be asked to leave. Can you please ask the gentleman to leave? Thank you. Please take him out of the boardroom. Thank you. Thank you. Please leave the boardroom. Please leave the boardroom. Please leave the boardroom. I'm going to ask the officers to please remove the gentleman who's in the middle. I'm asking for him to remove. Thank you. If this continues, I'm going to clear the room. If this continues, I will clear the room. I'm going to ask you one more time to please stop. If you cannot conduct yourselves with decorum, I'm going to ask the room to be cleared. Officers, please clear the room. I'm going to ask the officers to please clear the room. I'm asking the officers to clear the room. We're going to... Ladies and gentlemen, because this room cannot keep its decorum, I've asked the officers to please clear the room effectively now. Everyone, please go into recess until the room is cleared out of safety. Okay, we're resuming this meeting. Trustee Brooks will make the motion to approve the agenda.
Thank you, Madam President, members of the board. I'd like to make a motion to approve the agenda, noting that items 3.01, 4.01, 4.02, 4.03, 4.04, 4.05, and 4.06 have been removed from the agenda and will be heard at a future meeting.
Thank you, Trustee Brooks. Trustee Guzman?
I second.
Thank you, Trustee Guzman. Colleagues, we have a motion by Trustee Brooks and a second by Trustee Guzman. Please cast your vote. Trustee Cavazos? Aye. Thank you. Colleagues, that motion passes 7-0. Moving on to consent agenda, item 2. We're going to begin with individuals who signed up in advance or to consent. We have Mr. Bayless, Corey Walker, and Thomas Hain. I don't see them present. We are going to move on. Do we have a motion to adopt the consent agenda? Trustee Guzman? That was very quick. Thank you. Forgive me, Trustee Guzman. You're not in trouble. Forgive me. Before I keep going, I need to make a motion, a disclosure and abstention. There, an item in the consent agenda, my employer is listed, and so therefore I cannot, and I will not vote. Thank you. Trustee Guzman?
Thank you, President Garcia Morales. I'd like to move that we approve the consent agenda as presented.
Thank you, Trustee Guzman. Trustee Brooks, you have comment?
Thank you, Madam President. I also need to make a disclosure on item 2.28, annual membership renewal for NASB. As you know, NASB is a membership organization, and I represent the board in the capacity on their leadership team. And I'm disclosing but not required to abstain according to council.
Thank you, Trustee Brooks. Trustee Williams?
Thank you, Madam President. I'd like to make a second on Trustee Guzman's motion.
Thank you, Trustee Williams. Colleagues, we have a motion by Trustee Guzman, a second by Trustee Williams. Please cast your vote. Trustee Cavazos? Aye. Thank you, colleagues. That motion passes 7-0. Trustee Bustamante Adams, can you please read the warrants? Excuse me, Trustee Bustamante Adams. Trustee Williams?
I just wanted to make sure the record was clear because it was, you abstained, correct? And so, because you said 7-0, and I just want to make sure the record's clear.
Thank you for catching that, Trustee Williams. I appreciate that. Actually, that was meant to be, can we go back to that screen?
Yeah, go back. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
It sounds like we need to redo that vote. Thank you for catching that, Trustee Williams. I appreciate that.
No problem.
Based on council's advice. Colleagues, we have a motion, going back to item 2.01, we have a motion by Trustee Guzman and second by Trustee Williams. Please cast your vote. Trustee Cavazos? Aye. Thank you. Colleagues, the motion passes 6-1, abstention. Thank you. Okay. Trustee Bustamante Adams, we're going to move on to the warrants.
Thank you, Madam President. Ratified warrants as listed in the bills payable transmittal and board memorandum number 02-2324 in the total amount of $258,524,279.10.
Thank you, Trustee Bustamante Adams. We're going to move on to item 5.01, that is public comment on items not listed as action items on the agenda. We have Mr. James Bayless, Kelly Edgar, Colleen Case, Rakisha Siskorns, and Amy Pritchard. Is anybody in the audience? Okay. Do we have any yellow cards?
Excuse me, this is Trustee Cavazos. I'm sorry to interrupt you, President Garcia Morales, but I have a question.
Yes.
And I apologize that I'm not there, wasn't able to be there in person, but I just want to clarify, I was trying to follow everything that was going on by audio. Was the room not cleared and was public comment deleted? Or are we calling names for public comment for people who are no longer in the room because the room has been cleared? I'm sorry, but I don't understand.
Okay, so we have voted on the consent agenda. We took public comment on that item. We have moved on to public comment on items not listed as action items. And the individual who we're calling for public comment have called in advance. They are not currently in the room.
Okay, but what I wanted to clarify, because I am not watching the meeting, only listening, and I would not be able to see the audience anyway, but I just want to clarify, was the room cleared of everyone?
There are individuals in this room. Thank you, Trustee Cavazos. I have Nicole Beer for public comment. Come on up. We will keep it at 1 minute. Thank you.
Nicole Beer, for the record, CCSD teacher and private citizen. I have a concern today at the optics of how people were let in here. So for example, this gentleman and the reporter that works with him cut in front of everybody. This is part of my place of business, right? This building. And I think that it's a really bad look for administrators to be left in and for news media to be left in, but actual people who this is our livelihood weren't. So I just would like to suggest in the future that maybe you would want to do something about that. I know that Jim Frazee, Vice President of CCA, also said something. It really looks bad. I mean, look, you're going to let administrators in. Somebody thought I was an administrator because I had this suit coat on that I got for $12 at Loft. Good sale. But anyway, it doesn't look good. Like, you're judging people by what they have on, not you per se, but that's really the optics. It's not doing you guys any favors. So maybe let's clean that up a little bit.
Thank you, Ms. Beer. Moving on to item 6.01, upcoming meeting of the Board of Trustees, Thursday, August 24th at 5 p.m. here in the boardroom. Colleagues, I'm now looking for a motion to adjourn. Trustee Williams.
Thank you, Madam President. At this time, I'd like to make a motion to adjourn this meeting.
Thank you. Thank you, Trustee Williams. Trustee Guzman.
I second.
Thank you, Trustee Guzman. Colleagues, we have a motion by Trustee Williams, a second by Trustee Guzman. Please cast your vote. Trustee Cavazos.
Aye.
Thank you. Colleagues, that motion passes 7-0. The meeting is adjourned at 6:28 p.m. Thank you and have a good evening.